Solo Leveling changed the game for a lot of us, and now you don't know what to watch next. Don't worry, I got you. I'm Anime TV, welcome back to the channel, and these are the top 10 anime like Solo Leveling. Let's get into it. Kicking off the list at number 10, Black Clover. Now, if you haven't given this one a proper chance yet, I completely understand. The early episodes can be a lot, but stick with it because the payoff is absolutely worth it. Asta is born into a world where everyone has magic except him. Sound familiar? Just like Jinwoo, he starts at the absolute bottom, and through pure grinding and sheer willpower, he claws his way up. The fights get better every single season, and by the time Asta unlocks his true power, you will be out of your seat. If you loved watching Jinwoo's glow up, this one will scratch that same itch perfectly. Next up at number 9, Classroom of the Elite. Now, this one is a little different from Solo Leveling, but hear me out. Just like Jinwoo, the MC Kiyotaka Ayanokoji hides his true power from everyone around him. On the surface, he looks completely average, harmless even, but underneath, he is manipulating every single situation from the shadows and is always 10 steps ahead of everyone else. The satisfaction of watching him reveal his true ability at the right moment hits exactly the same way as watching Jinwoo dominate. If you love an MC who plays dumb, but is actually the smartest person in the room, Classroom of the Elite is absolutely for you. Coming in at number 8, Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. This one is one of the most beautifully animated isekai ever made, and if you haven't seen it yet, you are seriously missing out. A hopeless guy gets a second chance at life, reincarnated into a fantasy world, and decides this time he is going to give everything he has. Sound familiar? Just like Jinwoo, he starts from scratch and builds himself into something incredible. What sets this apart is the depth. The world building is rich, the character development is real, and the animation is absolutely stunning from start to finish. If you want an isekai with actual substance behind it, this is the one. Next up at number 7, Noblesse. So imagine waking up after sleeping for 820 years, and the world has completely changed around you. That's exactly where Caddis Atrama D. Rizel starts, an ancient and insanely powerful noble who has no idea how the modern world works, but can still destroy anything in his path without breaking a sweat. The parallel to Solo Leveling here is that feeling of watching someone who is just built different on a completely different level to everyone around them. Every time Rai actually steps in and shows his true power, the whole mood shifts immediately. It's cool, it's stylish, and that overpowered MC energy hits just right. Next up at number 6, Arifureta, From Commonplace to World's Strongest. And the title alone should tell you everything you need to know. Hajime starts as the weakest student in his entire class, gets betrayed and left for dead in the most dangerous dungeon in the world. Sound familiar? Just like Jinwoo, he hits absolute rock bottom and then claws his way back up harder and stronger than anyone expected. What makes Arifureta so satisfying is how ruthless he becomes after his transformation. No more Mr. Nice Guy, just pure survival instinct and raw power. If that underdog revenge arc is what you loved most about Solo Leveling, this one delivers that same energy from episode 1. Number 5, Overlord. This one is a classic, and if you haven't seen it yet, we need to talk. Imagine being so overpowered that nothing in the entire world can touch you. That's Ain's Ol Gown. A regular guy gets trapped in a game world as his maxed out character and decides to take over everything. What makes Overlord unique compared to everything else on this list is that you're watching the story from the villain's perspective. There's no struggle, no grinding, just absolute domination from start to finish. That same feeling of watching Jinwoo walk into a dungeon and destroy everything effortlessly. Overlord gives you that every single episode. Cold, calculated, and completely unstoppable. Coming in at number 4, Eminence in Shadow. Okay, this one is special. Sid Kaganu has one goal in life: to be the ultimate shadow operative, pulling strings behind the scenes while everyone thinks he's completely ordinary. The hilarious twist is that everything he does as a joke turns out to be completely real. His fake evil organization, his made-up enemies, all of it is actually happening and he has no idea. Just like Jinwoo, he is operating on a completely different level to everyone around him without anyone realizing it. But what sets this apart is how funny it is. It doesn't take itself seriously for 1 second, and that makes it an absolute blast to watch. Overpowered MC energy with comedy on top, this one is a must-watch. Next up at number 3, Magi, the Kingdom of Magic. Now this one is seriously underappreciated in these Solo Leveling conversations, and it absolutely deserves its spot here. Aladdin and Alibaba start from humble beginnings in a world full of dungeons, powerful kings, and ancient magic. And watching them grow into forces to be reckoned with is incredibly satisfying. The dungeon-conquering aspect alone should sell any Solo Leveling fan immediately. It hits that same adventurous thrill of pushing deeper into unknown territory and coming out stronger every time. The world building is rich, the power system is fascinating, and the story goes way deeper than you'd expect. This one is a hidden gem in the isekai conversation, and it deserves way more credit than it gets. Coming in at number 2, The Beginning After the End. Now, if you have not heard of this one yet, pay close attention. A legendary king at the peak of his power gets reincarnated as a baby in a brand new world with all his memories and experience intact. And from that very first moment, he starts building himself back up into something even greater than before. The parallels to Solo Leveling here are undeniable. The growth, the power, the feeling of watching someone who is just built on a completely different level to everyone around them. But what makes this one stand out is the emotional depth behind it. You genuinely care about Arthur and everything he is fighting for. This is one of the most underrated picks on this entire list, and trust me, you need it on your watch list immediately. And your number 1, Shangri-La Frontier. Now this one is the closest thing to Solo Leveling in a gaming world, and it is absolutely elite. Rakuro is a guy who has spent his entire life mastering terrible, broken games that nobody else could beat. So when he finally jumps into Shangri-La Frontier, one of the greatest VR games ever made, he brings every dirty trick, every exploit, and every ounce of skill with him. Just like Jinwoo, he is operating on a completely different level to everyone around him, and watching him break a god-tier game wide open is incredibly satisfying. The fight scenes are stunning, the world is massive, and the more you watch, the more you realize this show has way more depth than it lets on. 2 seasons in, and it just keeps getting better. If you loved Solo Leveling, this is your next obsession. Trust me on this one.